We are now officially just under 2 months away from the start of the 24-25 NBA season, so let's keep the predictions going. Today we will be talking about rookies that I believe won't perform in their first NBA season. This board was much harder to make, so no honorable mentions today. Just 5 rookies make out the list, and once again, they will go in draft order. I want to make it very clear, in no way am I hoping these players play poorly or think they will have bad NBA careers. I just think for this season, they could struggle. First on the board was the first guy off the board, and that is Zaccharie Richer. This goes for basically all of these guys, but for me, he is definitely a project, and that means his first season or two might not look so good. Summer League certainly didn't look amazing as he shot 39.1% from the field, 25% from 3, and 42.9% from the free throw line. But I certainly expect the numbers to be better than that. Despite that inefficiency, the main reason I think he is going to struggle is because his role is essentially already taken by a guy who was an MIP candidate last year in Jalen Johnson. From the jump, Jalen already appears to be a better rebounder and certainly a better playmaker, and if Richer can't knock down his threes, he pretty much just becomes a worse Jalen Johnson for Atlanta. Like I said though, he is a project, and I think long term he was a great pick, mostly because his outside shooting will complement Trae Young. He shot 39% from 3 overseas in his final year, and in Summer League he took 8 3-point attempts a game. I just simply think the 3 may not fall this season, which means it'll be a year of development for the first overall pick, resulting in a tough rookie year. Up next is Charlotte's 6th overall pick, Tidjane Salaün. Pretty much the same reasoning here. He is just going to be a project, and I think his rookie season won't be anything crazy. Just looking at the Summer League stats makes you worry a little bit, as he shot 10% from 3, had under an assist per game, and never got a single steal or block in 3 games. Obviously, these games need to be taken with a grain of salt, but they definitely don't mean nothing. His best season this year looks like near 30% from 3, solid rebounding, and improved playmaking. These things are going to take time, but with other young talent in LaMelo Ball and Brandon Miller, as well as a new head coach with a great reputation in Charles Lee, he is an exciting prospect for the future. However, I do believe it is going to take a while for the young 19-year-old to develop, and it could be a rough first 82 for him. These next 2 guys on the list, I absolutely love for the future, but their situations could lead them having a tough year, and that first guy is Kings 13th overall pick, Devin Carter. He was absolutely elite at Providence, and his 3-and-D upside is one of the best in the entire draft. Unfortunately for him, he'll be missing the start of the year after tearing his labrum and getting surgery. I think there's a very good chance he may not play at all this year, but I am hoping the Kings give him a chance because he has incredible potential, and once he is back from injury, it's important he gets those first reps. Limited playing time with guys like DeRozan, Monk, and Fox will also make it tough for him. I've seen it be described as a potential redshirt year, and I really couldn't agree more. Even if he does come back, shooters naturally struggle after labrum injuries, and he'll be getting used to the NBA 3-point line as well. If he eventually hits his ceiling, we are looking at a Derek White type of player, but I think he will have to wait as he pushes through what looks like will be a tough start to his NBA career. The next guy that I also love for the future is Raptors 19th overall pick, Jacoby Walter. He is and always has been an elite 3-point shooter, so I am simply predicting he will struggle from 3 in his rookie season. This mainly comes from watching his Summer League performances, as he shot 20.7% from beyond the arc on nearly 6 attempts per game. I also would like to see some strides in playmaking and on the defensive side as well. Playmaking wise, he only had 5 assists in 5 games, which for anyone other than Michael Porter Jr. is pretty unacceptable, especially considering he is a guard and MPJ is a 6'10 forward. Defensively, I'm looking to see these counting stats like steals and blocks increase, considering he has a 6'10 wingspan at 6'4". Similar to Devin Carter, he too has crazy potential to be an elite 3-and-D player. In his career, I'm expecting to see him thrive offensively more than Devin Carter, but if he can improve his defense, he could be a lethal option for a young Raptors team. The opportunity to get minutes will likely be there from day one, but it does usually take a few years for 3-and-D guys to blossom, and I expect that to remain true here. The 5th and final guy on the list is headed to New Orleans as the 21st overall pick, and that is Wes Missy. He was an absolute beast at Baylor in his freshman year and was a dominant force in the paint. His rim protection was great as well, putting up 1.5 blocks per game, and that also carried over to Summer League where he had 1.8 blocks a game over a 4-game span. These are all great things, but the main reason I am worried about his success in season 1 is because he brings no shooting to the table, as he never took a 3 in college and didn't take 1 in Summer League either. It is extremely important that the center paired up next to Zion can spread the floor, allowing him to play make and get to the basket, where he is one of the most efficient players in history. Missy's lack of shooting and playmaking as well could not only prevent him from performing well with the Pelicans, but also could just prevent him from playing at all with the starting group. It's just going to be a year of uncertainty, and I know the Pelicans needed a center, but the fit is definitely questionable with this team. There is no doubt that the talent is there, but I think his lack of shooting will lead to a tough season and could lose him significant playing time in his rookie year. So there you have it. Those are the 5 rookies I think won't perform in their rookie season. As I mentioned earlier, I am not hoping these players will perform poorly, and for some, I think they'll be great in the NBA. Just for this year, I could see a world in which these guys struggle. If you guys agree or disagree or have another player you think could have made the list, be sure to let me know down in the comments below. The next video you guys will see is 5 teams I think will perform in the 24-25 season. As always, if you made it to the end, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.